Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good today. So in today's video, I am going to talk about top 3 makeup products from each category. For example, my top 3 current foundations, my top 3 current blushes. So I have makeup products in every category, and oh my god, I feel like it's already going to be a long video. So anyway, let's get into the video now. Grab your coffee, grab your snacks. We are going to talk about amazing makeup, so let's move on to the video. Also, if you are someone who's new to my channel, thank you so much for tuning in today's video. I hope you like it here. I mostly post about affordable makeup, skincare, fashion on this channel. So let's get into the video now. Right. So let's just move into the first thing, which is primer. So if you guys have been seeing my videos recently, you would almost know most of the products in here, but this is the Renee Glass Glow Pre-Makeup Oil, and oh my god, this is my new favorite makeup product, like primer to use, and I have been loving this for so long. I like to use this every single time I'm doing my makeup, and I think it's mostly because it's winter and I love how makeup just sits so nicely on top of my skin, and I just feel like even if I'm wearing a really matte foundation, which I may personally dislike or something, this just makes any foundation look so beautiful on my skin. I just think that this is such a hidden gem, and if you see my past 1 or 2 videos, you would know how much I'm obsessed with this Renee Glass Glow Oil. It doesn't feel like a facial oil, it's not heavy, it's not sticky, it just sits really nicely on top of my skin. But obviously just go in, I always say just go in with 2 drops of this oil. You can either mix this with your foundation or put it directly on your skin and let it sit for about like a minute or so, and then go in with your foundation, because otherwise, you know, these kinds of things can be a little bit messy. So just try to use less and just try to, you know, let it sink into your skin for a while and then go in with your foundation, and you're going to see the glow that this gives. So the next primer we have here is this NY Bae Pro Primer, and this is the orange variant. Now, you guys know I am someone, I don't like to do makeup that much, like, you know, on a day-to-day basis. I really like to put down just a BB cream and go out the door. So this one really has been helpful because I have some dark spots in here that, you know, sometimes BB creams can't cover up everything. So this is when it comes handy, because this just, you know, just minimizes the dark spots a little bit, and then when you go in with the BB cream, it just gives you that coverage. But this one have been really nice. It just evens out your skin a little bit more, and it's not like too matte silicone type of a primer. I tend to not like that kind of a primer which mattifies your skin, because I am someone, I have dry skin, so I really don't like a primer when it does that. So this one doesn't do that at all, and it sits so nicely on your skin. It's mostly just to even out your skin tone, and that is why I like to use this primer. So the next primer, you guys, I'm not going to talk that much about this primer. This is the Mars Hydra Glow Primer. Today I just mixed 1 drop of this with my foundation that I used. So yeah, you can mix this with your foundation. This is more like a serum type of a primer, like a serum and a primer mixed together, you get this baby. So I always say that this is more, gives you more hydration and a little bit of that glow. So you can honestly use this just alone if you want that glow in your skin. If you don't want to use a BB cream or anything like that, you can just go out the door just using this, you know. It's, as I said, it's more like a serum type of consistency, and I honestly really love this. You can totally see by the bottle, I just have a little bit of it left. This is the best primer from Mars. Mars have a lot of primers and I mostly like most of them, but this is my favorite. Like, it has been my favorite for quite some time, and that says a lot because I have been using this primer for like months and months, and I am still obsessed with this primer. Whenever I am actually getting ready to go out, I honestly use this primer. Like, every time I'm doing my makeup, this is the primer I always grab. So the next product we have here is this Nykaa Skingenius Sculpting and Hydrating Foundation. So this foundation have been my go-to since like years and years, and I am just in love with this again because I tried this out like, you know, like a month ago again. Like, it was just sitting in my drawer and I was like, you know what, I'm not using this foundation, let me just reuse this foundation again. And I just fell in love again with this foundation. This is my 3rd bottle, and I have a lot of foundation in my collection, you guys, and for me to grab this again and again, that should just say a lot, because this foundation is hydrating, yet it's not overly glowy. Like sometimes, you know what, I don't like a heavy kind of glowy foundation, because I feel like sometimes it looks over, you know, sometimes the dew can be a little bit too much. So that is when this foundation comes in, because it is like the perfect foundation for dry skin, like it has a perfect balance of hydration, yet it looks glowy, yet it looks dewy, yet it looks natural, yet it has good coverage. Oh my god, I'm just rambling about this foundation, but yeah, it is a really good foundation to have in your collection. So the next product we have here is this Mars BB cream. Now, oh my god, guys, ever since I tried this BB cream, I don't know, I'm not using any other BB creams at all, like at all. I love the Pond's BB cream. I'm not using that. I'm not even using my ColourPop tinted moisturizer. I have really, you know, BB creams for high-end makeup as well. Like I have the Bobbi Brown Serum Foundation, which is supposedly like an everyday BB cream kind of a situation. I'm not using that, just grabbing the Mars BB cream again and again. And yeah, it just has been my go-to, and I'm not gonna sit here and ramble about this product because I have already talked about this product so much. I just love it. I just love how it sits on my skin. It is one of the best BB creams. Now, if you ask me the difference between the Mars BB cream and the Nykaa Skingenius foundation, I would say that this is more like a foundation. This is more like a BB cream where it just gives you very like a minimal coverage, I would say, and you can wear this on a day-to-day basis, especially if you are someone who goes out every single day and you just need a very minimal base to work with. This is the one to go for. This one, I would say, you can also use this as everyday foundation, of course, but I don't like to use this every day, just when I am just going out and, you know, like taking pictures and stuff, or sometimes when I feel like the weather is too dry. This is when I use this hydrating foundation, and the Mars BB cream is for everyday basis. Now, a lot of you guys were telling me to compare the Insight HD foundation with the Mars, and you guys asked me which is better. I honestly like both of them because both of them does different things. The Mars is for everyday basis, like every single day I can wear this and go out. The Insight one, I would say, is much more of a full coverage foundation. It's much more of an event based foundation, as I would like to say. You know, I'm going out for a marriage, I'm going out to an event or something like that, which I never go out for an event. I always say I'm going out for an event, but I actually never go out for an event, any event actually. So anyway, yeah, I'm just going out, you know, night outs and stuff. You can use this foundation. This is for the day time, and this is can be like your nighttime foundation, you know, if you're going out clubbing, or I don't know where people go out at night, mostly clubbing, I think so. So yeah, you can use this foundation, the Insight HD. So that's why I choose this foundation, because it is a full coverage foundation that I personally have been loving a lot, and yeah, I just think that it is one of the best. Now, coming on to powder, you guys know I don't like to use that much of powder, but if I use any powder, it always is the ZM powder. I don't know, I love this powder. It just sits so nicely on my skin. So for someone who have dry skin, I tend not to like that much of heavy, you know, powders on my skin, and especially because it's really dry season now, so I hardly use powder. But if I'm using any powder, it's the ZM powder. So we are going to move into contour now. So for contour, I think you guys already know this is the Studio West contour stick, and this is the most natural contour stick because it's almost like my shade, but it has this neutral aspect to it. I love that it is very, very less pigmented. Like, you know, when you draw this, you're not like left with a lot of, you know, product to work with. So if you are a beginner, I just feel like this is the perfect product for you because it has such less pigment to it. It is really, really amazing on your skin. Like, you know, it just looks like very, very natural, especially for my skin tone. NC02 is perfect, and I have used this so many times, so I just don't want to repeat myself again. But I think it is one of the most natural contour or bronzer that I have, and I use this every single day. If I am going out, I use this every single day. So the next product we have here is, actually this is not like a bronzer, but I tend to use this as a bronzer all the time. So this is the Nykaa All Day Matte Compact Powder, and it's in the shade Chestnut. Now this one right here is beautiful. I just love it so, so much. I just feel like it is one of the best contour or bronzer powder that I have, and it's just amazing, you guys. It really is really good, and it just looks super natural on my skin tone. Especially on my skin tone, I just feel like this is super natural, and yeah, it just doesn't create a harsh line. I don't have a lot of product to work with. I hate when that happens, especially when I am going outside and I'm in a hurry. I want products that would work with my skin, and this one does that. Now the next product we have here is a high-end product, but I think it's totally worth my money. This is the Glowish bronzer, and it's hardly ever that I run out of a bronzer. Never happened ever once. I never hit pan. I hit pan on one bronzer, but I never did run out of a bronzer. And to spend 1,500 rupees on this Glowish beauty, like Glowish bronzer, I just think that it's totally worth it, you guys. You can totally see in the video also like how beautiful this bronzer looks, and I feel like it gives you that bronzer and a blush vibe as well, because it has a little bit of the pinkish tone to it. It just looks like the most natural, healthy looking bronzer. And if you want me to compare this with the Physicians Formula butter bronzer, I feel like I will choose this over and over and over and over and over again, because it is that good. Now coming into my top 3 concealers, let's first talk about the Swiss Beauty concealer pen that I have been loving. This is my second purchase of the Swiss Beauty one, actually. Yeah, so I finished the older one. This is my second purchase. It is just the most beautiful natural, you know, natural type of a concealer that I have. This is something that you can use on a day-to-day basis, and yeah, it just gives you a very natural finish, covers up a little bit of dark circles that you might have. I don't have a lot of dark circles, so it's like the perfect concealer for me when I am using this every single day. You know, for every single day, the Swiss Beauty one always wins. So for the next concealer, I did choose the Insight HD concealer, because this is a full coverage concealer, you guys, that looks really, really good on your skin. So if you ask me again, you know, what is the difference between the Swiss Beauty HD concealer and this concealer? This concealer is heavy, you know, heavy and full coverage. Like, it doesn't look heavy on the skin, but it is a little bit on the thicker side. So it is for something that, you know, for events, again, for events and stuff, for marriages. I would say this one is much more better for photo shoots. If you are someone who's an Instagram content creator, I just think that you are going to love using this on camera. You know, when you use a lot of heavy makeup, it kind of tends to look much more airbrushed. So I feel like this one does that. In real life, I also use this, but just a very tiny amount. You can see my previous videos also how this looks on my eyes, because I have been using this continuously. So yeah, I really like to use this for just events and stuff, and when I feel like I need to look good in pictures, then I use that. So the next favorite is this NY Bae concealer, the new one. I feel like it is a little bit different. I like to use this shade particularly to cover up my dark circles. If I feel like I have a little bit of dark circles, I'll use this. Then I'll use a lighter concealer on top of it, and yeah, then this just looks good. This is the shade 06 Coffee, and as I said, I like to use this only to cover up my dark circles, and it just works the best to cover up dark circles. And yeah, I just feel like it has been my go-to ever since I got it. So for blushes, I actually have 4 blushes. I'm really sorry, you guys. I couldn't narrow it down to only one blush. I'm really sorry, okay? I know this is like cheating, but I just cannot live without these blushes. So first is, let's talk about the first blush, which is the Henna Beauty blush. And I have talked about this blush, like, it's been like 2 years since I have been using, obviously not the same blush. This is my second bottle of the Henna Beauty. So I have been using this for 2 years straight, and I just think that it is one of the best liquid blushes. You can get a 10% off when you use my code ARNAKSHI10. But this is the shade Russet, and Russet is the most beautiful shade. The texture, the feeling of this blush is very, very different, I would say. It's very light on your skin. It's almost like a serum blush, but it's not exactly also like a serum blush. It has that perfect amount of pigment to it, which makes it look very nice. And also it depends on your base. Like, if I'm using a very glowy, dewy base, this one would look very glowy and dewy. But if I'm using a very matte base, like my foundation and everything is matte, this one will turn into a matte, more matte side, you know, not bad, not in a bad way, but much more of a demi matte finish. So that's why I really like to use this, because of that reason, because it works with your skin. So the next blush I used today is actually the Rare Beauty blush. Now this Rare Beauty blush is really amazing. Now I haven't talked about this blush on my channel before, and that's because I mostly do affordable makeup, not much of international makeup, but I do try international makeup here and there sometimes. I got this from my friend Rema. She was having a block sale, so I got this, and I got it like really cheap price because she was having a block sale. You can go ahead and get the Rare Beauty blush from any Instagram reseller if you want to. but this one is really beautiful. Ever since I got it, I have been using it. It is in the shade Joy, and it is the dewier version. So Rare Beauty have two versions, the matte one and the dewy one. This one is the much more of a dewy one. It has a little bit more pigmentation to it, like it's a little bit more pigmented, you know, I would say that. But still then I love it because it blends like a dream, and you can use a blush, like a blush brush with it, you can use a sponge with it. It still is going to look amazing on your skin. So the next blush we have here is something that I am recently just obsessed with. This is the Huxia Beauty Liquid Blusher, and this is in the shade 04. If you have been seeing my videos, man, I don't want to talk about this blush as much because you guys already know how much obsessed I am with this blush, and I really don't want to talk about it. I'll just say that this is a dewy blush, like it's a very natural type of dewy, not too much dewy. It is very long lasting, it is moderately pigmented. It just looks like skin and sits very nicely on top of your foundation. I mean, that ticks off every good cream blush requirement. So I just feel like it is really a good blush. So the next blush we have here is this Milani Supercharged Cheek Plus Lip Multi-Stick. So this one I would say is a extremely dewy blush. If you have oily skin, just don't use this blush because this is not going to be your thing. But if you have very dry skin, and if you like to look like extra glossy, dewy, all of that, you are going to love this. I know it's a little bit on the high side, but I just think that, you know, having a blush like this in your collection is something that I really want, especially when I just want to look extremely delicious. You know, like my cheeks, I want my cheeks to look extremely delicious and juicy. This is the blush I would go for. Now let's talk about my top 3 highlighters. So the first one here is the Bella Voste highlighter, and I have been using this for a really long time. I really like this highlighter because it is very subtle, very natural. The only thing about this highlighter is that it doesn't stay on for that long. Like, it fades away within a couple of hours, like within 3-4 hours it's going to go away. But I really like this because it gives such a natural finish. It almost feels like just a gloss, and there is like literally no shimmers in here. That's just how I feel. Either you apply this with a brush or you apply this with your fingers, because with a sponge, the sponge is just going to soak it up. So yeah, I really think that it is one of the best natural highlighters. The only problem is that it doesn't stay on for that long. So the next product we have here is from Insight, and this is the cream highlighter, and this is in the shade Moonstone. Now you guys know how much I'm obsessed with this highlighter. It is only for 99 rupees, and I just think that everyone should at least try this highlighter. I know it's like so cheap. I just feel like it has a little bit of shimmer to it, but in a most natural way, in a way that this looks actually really good. Since it's winter, the cream blush formulas are a little bit more stiff these days, but just use your fingers, just pull it in a circular motion like this, and it just becomes more creamy. That way you can put this on your skin. I feel like it gives you a really nice highlight. You can tone it down, you can tone it up. If you use your fingers and blend it in your skin, like, it just looks like a very subtle highlighter. And if you use a brush with this highlighter to blend it in, like, it looks like a very bam kind of a highlighter. So it depends how you want to wear this highlighter. I feel like you can either wear it down or you can just wear it like a bam highlighter in your face, and it still looks good. So the next product we have here for highlighter is something that I have been using for a really long time, and I never mentioned it before because this is an international makeup product. Again, I really don't want to mention international makeup that much on my channel because it's very hard to, get your hands on these types of makeup. But this is the BB Illumination Facial Cream by Gerard Cosmetics, and it is one of the most glossy liquid highlighters that I have come across. And I have tried my fair share of bad highlighters, good highlighters. This is my holy grail liquid highlighter, I would say, although it is very hard to get there here, and I cannot find a dupe of this because the formulation of this is very different. It's extremely liquidy. It looks like gloss on your skin, like just pure gloss, and it has really very micro shimmers where it doesn't look like you have a lot of highlighter going on your skin. It's something that you can wear it on your body as well, like, when you're going to the beach and stuff. It just looks very beautiful. I have the shade Sophia here. I will try to leave Gerard Cosmetics website. I'll try to leave any Instagram reseller that might sell this, but I just think that it is one of the best hidden gems that I have, and I don't mind spending money on this kind of product where I feel like the formulation is quite unique and very different from other products that I have in my collection. So now we are going to move into eye makeup products. So for brows, I don't have a lot. I just have the e.l.f. Wow Brow, and this is the product that I have been using continuously. I love it. A lot of you guys suggested I try this one out, and I tried it and I am in love with it. I'm just sticking to this one brow product. It is like a very one done type of a thing where, you know, it's really good. It just gives you a little bit of a little bit of I feel like I don't know what to say. So I feel like it like keeps my brows in place and adds a little bit more volume to my brows. It has small tiny fiber like things here which like mimics your brow hairs. So I just feel like it's really a good product to have, and I'm just not doing anything to my brows these days, not drawing them, nothing. I'm just using this and that's it. So the next product we have here is for eyes. Now for eye makeup, I was really confused because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes in the neutral area. You guys know I'm just like a neutral lover these days. I'm not really into colorful eyeshadows that much. And I was searching, you know, for the one palette which I know that I'm going to use. And this is the palette. I never, you know, I don't mention this palette that much. If you see my older videos like a year back, you would see this palette in action, and I used to use this continuously. I still use this off camera. I'm not using this on camera because I don't know if you can get this on Amazon anymore. I just found this random palette and I really love this. The shimmers in here are beautiful. The mattes here are pigmented. They are creamy, easily blendable. I love the color scheme of this. I mainly like this because I know that I'm going to use the shimmer in this palette as well, and it is just worth getting. I'll try to leave a link of this if I can find, but yeah, this is the eyeshadow that I have on with this palette, and I just tried to do like, you know, use the shimmer in the middle right here and just smoke out a liner, just like my normal usual looks, you know, like boring usual looks that I do. But I just feel like it adds something to my collection, and if I have this palette, you know, in the neutral category, I think I'm done. So for next eyeshadows, I have two eyeshadows here which I absolutely love and which I feel like are my top three right now. So first is this Mars eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Milky Way. Now this is a very beautiful glossy type of eyeshadow that I really have been loving for quite some time. I honestly just think that it is one of the best ones, like best liquid eyeshadows. It's not a glitter eyeshadow, like it doesn't look like glitter. It much more looks like a glossy type of, you know, a situation, which I really love. I don't tend to use a lot of glitter eyeshadows. To be honest, I don't like glitter eyeshadows. I either like very shimmery ones or I like glossy ones, and this falls into the glossy category. So the next product we have here is from Niv, and obviously I had to mention this because I feel like this is one of the most best eyeshadows that you can get your hands on, and this one retails for 700 rupees. But oh my god, if you try this eyeshadow now, I'm telling you, you're like, okay, I did spend 700 on one single shadow, but it is worth it. You're going to say that with this eyeshadow, and I have talked about this eyeshadow time and again on my channel, so I really don't want to repeat myself, but this is one of the most best eyeshadows, like best eyeshadows that I have, and I just feel like if I am going to include this, I think, in every video that I can, honestly, because it is that good. Now coming into mascaras, I just have two mascaras to talk about that I absolutely love. This is the Essence False Lashes mascara, and this is the mascara I use today, and I just feel like it just gives me such a natural, you know, natural type of lashes. I absolutely love it. It's a mascara that I am using again and again and again, and I just think that it is one of the best mascaras that I can have in my collection. On to my second mascara, I have the ZM mascara, and this is the Blink It mascara. I have talked about this several times, used this several times, and lately I just have been loving this. It's much more of a defining type of a mascara, gives you much more of a volume rather than your, you know, lengthens your lashes. It doesn't lengthen that much. It gives you a little bit of volume. It's really good to use on an everyday basis, something that I really have been loving. So these two are the only mascaras that I have been using lately, and I just feel like they are so affordable, yet they perform like high end, and that is something that I really love about these mascaras, is that they are super affordable, yet they are really amazing in quality. So the next for lip liner, I actually don't have any like three favorite lip liner. This is the only lip liner that I have been using for a really long time, and this is the Swiss Beauty Bold Matte Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Bobby Brown 14. So this is my favorite lip liner of all times. The formulation is so good. It retails under ₹100, so it is really such an affordable lip liner, yet the quality of this is so good that it doesn't feel like it's such cheap makeup. So that is something that I absolutely love about this lip liner. So the next lipstick that I have been obsessed with and I have been using time and again is the Forever 52. This is my first time actually purchasing any makeup from this brand. So this is the Forever 52 lipstick, and it's in the shade, I really don't know the shade, I'll leave it in the description box. So this is a very, very beautiful nude toned lipstick. It is like a peachy nude, very brown toned peachy nude, and this is a perfect lipstick for someone with medium skin tone. I obviously have to use a lip liner with it or else it washes me out. I really feel like the quality of this lipstick is so good. It's like this matte, but it doesn't really look matte on you, like it doesn't feel drying, that's what I would say. And it's just a beautiful shade. I love this so much, and the quality wise also, like it's very heavy, the packaging, and overall just a very, very beautiful lipstick. So the next lipstick or the lip gloss that I have been obsessed with here is this KK. This is the Kyoot Kosmetics. This is a lip gloss and it's in the shade Brunch. Now this lip gloss is beautiful, and you guys should see like my videos from 3 weeks ago. I have used this lip gloss in my everyday makeup routine, and oh my god, this is such a beautiful shade. I absolutely love this shade so much. It is one of the best lip glosses I have, and this is a pink lip gloss, like almost like a pink nude type of lip gloss. But honestly, I am someone, I don't use pink lip glosses at all, and me loving this shade is such a big shock to me as well. But it is one of the best shades, especially if you are someone who has medium skin tone. You're just going to love this. So the last lipstick that I have is the NYBA 5-in-1 lipstick, and this are the shades. They are so beautiful. They look super nice on my skin tone, and I just feel like as a whole the formulation of this lipstick is really good. You get 5 shades in just one lipstick, so I just feel like it is so travel friendly. Like if I would ever be traveling, I would definitely carry this lipstick around. And the last time I traveled, I did not actually own this lipstick, or I absolutely would have taken it with me. It is such a genius lipstick lipstick formulation, yet I feel like the quality is so good, the affordability and everything as a whole. I am in love with this lipstick, and I just feel like you guys definitely should give it a try. And the last here are the setting sprays. So as for setting sprays, I feel like I am always using these 3. So let's first talk about the NYBA setting spray. You guys know I love this. This is my new favorite. This is the matte. I have the matte version and the dewy one. Obviously, I love the dewy one because it gives a little bit of that hydration, a little bit of extra dew. I love looking glowy, but I think so I will definitely love the matte one during summertime. But yeah, I do have both of them, and they are like extremely affordable. And in the affordable category, these are my favorite ones. So the next favorite is a repurchase. So this is the 3 AM facial mist. This is not like a setting spray, but it just gives you a hydration. I love how fine the mist is. It's really good. Like it's really hydrating on my skin. Sometimes I feel like during winters when I feel like my foundation or my face is like looking way too dry, I always spray this all over, and just gives me back the hydration, revives my makeup. So the last setting spray that I use today is the Micro Finish Makeup Fixer. Now this setting spray I always skip for events, if I'm going out and about, and if I really want my makeup to stay put and also at the same time look really nice, take that powderiness off and just melts everything in. So this is the setting spray I go for. This is a little bit expensive, and think about setting spray, but the mist in here is so fine. I specifically like this because of the nozzle. This is a deodorant type of a nozzle, which is so great, and that is why I love it. I just think that it is one of the best setting sprays that you can have in your collection, and this is a must-have for me. I went through like 3 bottles of this same setting spray, and honestly I will repurchase it again and again, even if I'm like running out of it. Like even if I have other setting sprays that I absolutely love, I just think that I always go back to this. This is like my staple holy grail. So that was it for today's video. I hope you guys liked it. I know this video is like really long. I am so tired after filming this video. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Hopefully you liked the video. Let me know which is your holy grail product that you cannot live without, and I will definitely check it out in the future. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys a lot. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.